That zombie is an acrobat, dude. Hey, what's up soldiers? My name is GregFPS, the Zombies Extraordinaire, and welcome back to another video here today on the channel. Today guys, we're going to be taking a look at the top 10 best point weapons in Call of Duty Zombies history. These are weapons that you can use to rack up a ton of points to be able to open doors, pack a punch, and do pretty much anything else you want to do on the map. Now keep in mind, for this video, I did not include any of the Black Ops 4 weapons. There's a couple in the honorable mention slot, but since they're not really the same point system that we're used to, they don't really count the same because you get the same amount of points for whatever you do to kill zombies in that game. And also I want to mention that I didn't include any starting pistols like the 1911 or the Mauser or anything like that, or even the knife that you start out with, just because they're not really point weapons that you need to get. You kind of just start with them. Although they are really good for getting points on the low rounds, I just didn't want to consider them for this list. Now most of these weapons are wall weapons, and there's a couple that you can only get from the box, so those are going to be included in this list. And I asked this question on Twitter and a bunch of different votes came in. So what I did was I took the ones that were most popular and then ordered it according to what I thought was the best point weapon. So I hope you guys understand. Without further ado guys, let's get right into the video. Coming in at the number 10 spot is going to be the Scorpion Evo. Now you can only get this weapon from the box on Origins and Black Ops 2, which is kind of disappointing because this weapon has an insane rate of fire. It shoots 1,250 rounds per minute, which is kind of insane. One of the fastest firing SMGs. And this thing has 32 ammo per clip, kind of like the MP40, but it can go through ammo so fast, and the reload speed is really fast as well. You have a ton of mobility with this weapon as well, and you can just shoot it really fast and kind of get a bunch of points, especially when you're shooting into a horde of zombies. This thing will rack up so many points for you, and it's super useful on Origins when there's so many different areas you need to open up, including the excavation site and just going around the map. This is going to be one of those weapons that you definitely want to pack a punch to get a lot of points. And when you pack a punch it, it becomes the evolved Death Stalker, which is a pretty cool name. It has a cool reticle as well. Always a very useful gun that I use whenever I get it from the box. Now, I don't usually hit the box too much on Origins, but when I do, I really hope that I either get this weapon or the Scar H. Alright guys, coming in at the number 9 spot is going to be the Kuda from Black Ops 3 Zombies. Now this is a great wall weapon on a few different maps. In the gameplay, I'm using it on Horizon Drac. This is probably one of the best wall buys for this weapon. Another great one is in the Canal District on Shadows of Evil. Now the great thing about the Kuda is it does have a lot of ammo. It has 240 bullets overall when you get it off the wall, which is really nice. You can also pack a punch it and get the Crow Kuda, which is a cool play on words, and it's going to have 50 ammo per magazine when you pack a punch it, so it can be really useful for getting early points that you need on the earlier rounds, and also when you pack a punch it later on if you're trying to get a lot of points to do other things, maybe hit the box for Arnie's, things like that. It's going to be a really useful weapon. And you can even get, like, since you get extended mags right off the bat when you pack a punch it, it's like just really useful in general. And you can always buy ammo off the wall if you decide you want to keep using this weapon. So it's definitely a great weapon, and it comes in here at the number 9 spot. Alright guys, coming in at the number 8 spot is going to be another weapon from Black Ops 3, and that is the RK5 Pistol. Now this pistol is found in all of the starting rooms on Black Ops 3, and also if you've completed the Revelations Easter egg with someone who has done all the other Easter eggs, or you yourself have done all the other Easter eggs, you get this as a reward. It's a really great reward because the RK5 can be used on the early rounds to get a ton of points, especially once you get past like round 3 or 4. It can be a really useful weapon if you're shooting into a small horde of zombies. It's going to rack up a ton of points, and the mobility for this weapon is really high as well. Now you can also pack a punch and get the Rex Caliber 115, and a lot of people like using this weapon with Turned or with Deadwire when they're going for high rounds on maps like Ascension and other maps all throughout Black Ops 3. So it's definitely a great weapon, really cool reward, and it comes in here at the number 8 spot. Coming in at the number 7 spot is going to be the MP5K which is in Black Ops 1, as well as the Black Ops 2 MP5. Now, personally, I use the MP5 all the time whenever I do Mob of the Dead speedruns, pretty much throughout the entire game, because it's a great weapon for taking out Brutus and also racking up a bunch of points as well. This is by far one of my absolute favorite point weapons, and whenever I play Mob of the Dead or other maps that is on, like Die Rise for example, it's a great weapon to have for only 1,000 points. It's going to get you a bunch of points overall using all the ammo, and then of course you can buy more ammo for only 500 points off the wall. So it's just a great overall weapon. It doesn't cost too much, but in the long term it's going to get you a lot more points than what you actually end up paying for it. So the MP5 comes in here at the number 7 spot. Coming in at the number 6 spot is going to be the Bowie Knife, as well as the Russian Sickle. Now, overall, this weapon is going to cost 3,000 points total, but you're going to be getting a very good return on the investment that you spend, because the Bowie Knife or the Sickle is a one-hit kill all the way up till round 10. You're getting 130 points per kill, so you have to kill like 27 zombies or so, maybe it's 26, not really sure on the exact math right now, but all you have to do is just get those kills and you'll get all your money back. So you can usually get that done on rounds like 4, 5, and 6, or 6 and 7, something like that, and you're just going to get a lot more points than you spend, which is going to be useful. It's great for killing zombies on the earlier rounds, especially to open up different areas, to pack a bunch, to power, whatever you want to do, and it's a really good weapon to buy. So I buy it on pretty much every single map that I play, because I really do think it's a very useful weapon. So it comes in here at the number 6 spot. Coming in at the number 5 spot is going to be the AK-74U. Now, this can be bought in a various amount of different areas throughout Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. More, I guess, respectively, it can be found on the Generator 3 side on Origins, out in the alley on Kino. You can get it in front of the lighthouse on Call of the Dead. So it's just a great overall weapon for points. This thing has a really good headshot multiplier as well. And when you're firing at zombies' bodies in an entire horde, you're going to rack up a ton of points as well. I like using it on Call of the Dead to get a ridiculous amount of points and then just buy more ammo off the wall. And for only 1,200 points, it's really not that expensive to just keep buying ammo for, because you're definitely going to make all your money back pretty quickly just from buying it once off the wall. So anyways, the AK-74U comes in here at the number 5 spot. Coming in at the number 4 spot is going to be the Thompson. Now, you can get this off the wall on Reese, and that is usually the most popular place that people buy it, either in World at War or Black Ops 1. This is a great point weapon. The only thing that is a little bit crappy about this weapon is it only has 20 ammo per clip until you pack a punch it and get the Gibbs-O-Matic, which has 40 ammo per magazine. So overall, this weapon is just really good because it has a fairly high rate of fire. It's about average as far as SMGs goes, but when you pack a punch, you have that larger magazine. And it's just really good at killing zombies overall and racking up a ton of points, especially if you're aiming for the body. Now, it doesn't really have a good headshot multiplier, which is kind of the downside to this weapon, but overall, if you're shooting into a massive horde of zombies, you're going to get a lot of points, and it's really good when you pack punch it as well, because the rate of fire is increased. And then if you end up getting double tap the first version, it's going to shoot even faster, which isn't really a good thing about it because you run out of ammo so quickly, especially if you're not pack a punching it. But it's still a really strong weapon, and it comes in here at the number 4 spot. Coming in at the number 3 spot is going to be the Tommy gun, or the M1927. Now, everyone knows that I always buy this weapon on Mob of the Dead. It's one of my absolute favorite weapons ever in Call of Duty Zombies, because it was just introduced there, and when you pack a punch it, it becomes the Speakeasy. Now, unfortunately, they renamed that to Untouchable in Black Ops 3, which still completely boggles my mind, and it's not really that great. But the great thing about this weapon is it has a drum magazine, so you have 50 ammo per magazine, which is insane, and you have 350 in reserve. When you buy it off the wall, you have really high mobility, and it has a really fast rate of fire, almost 1,000 rounds per minute, which is insane. So overall, the M1927 is an absolute beast. I recommend buying this weapon every single time you play Mob. You get so many points. It's really good at killing zombies, and it's just a fun weapon to use in general. So it comes in here at the number 3 spot. Coming in at the number 2 spot is going to be the MP40, which appeared in all 5 of the different variations of Treyarch Zombies. It's been one of those really reliable weapons, especially on maps like Origins, where it's kind of all around the map. So if you need it and you need ammo for it, you can usually find ammo really close by, because it's kind of spread out throughout the map, which makes it really useful, especially on the early rounds. And it can even kill the Panzer in Black Ops 2 fairly effectively. I wouldn't say it's like super effective like the Mark II or anything like that, but it still can eventually kill the Panzer fairly quickly. Just make sure you have Jug for that one. But overall, the MP40 is just a really good point weapon in general, and it comes in here at the number 2 spot. All right, guys, we have 4 honorable mentions. I'm just going to go through really quick. The first one is the Strife. In Black Ops 4, the point system is weird, but everyone likes to use the low knife. The escargot shoots like really weak bullets, or I think it's like arrows or something. It's really not effective, so you can get a lot of points that way. The Vesper shoots really fast in Black Ops 3. It's fairly good for getting points. And the B23R is also a really good burst pistol, kind of like the RK5, but in Black Ops 2. All right, guys, and coming in at the number 1 spot is going to be the PPSH from World at War. This weapon shoots extremely quickly, and you can really unload a ton of bullets on enemies. When you pack punch it, it becomes the Reaper and has 115 ammo per magazine, which is already insane. But before you even pack punch it already has 73 per magazine in a drum mag, which is also insane. So there's really no reason why everyone wasn't super happy when it came back into Gorod Krovi. It has the same amount of ammo on Gorod, but it's still not nearly as good as it was originally in World at War. So anyways, guys, that is going to be the top 10 best point weapons in Call of Duty Treyarch Zombies. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and let me know down below in the comment section what your favorite point weapon is in Call of Duty Zombies. I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure to wash your hands and stay safe. I'll see y'all later. Peace out.